And welcome to day number 7 of the 30-day challenge. My name is Jason Caine, and I'm so glad you decided to be with us here this morning and start your day with this devotional. Hey, if you're just getting on board and you'd like to get a list of these devotionals for the rest of the month, all you have to do is text the word "Better Way" to 56316. Hey, one of the things that Jesus said that I find to be extremely challenging is found in John chapter 16, verse 33. He said, "In this world, you will have trouble." Well, thanks so much for that encouragement, Jesus. I believe that he told us this because he wanted us to know that trouble is a part of life. Oftentimes, we think that if we want to have true peace, that it can only come if we don't have trouble, but that's not the case at all. Listen, peace is not the absence of trouble, but it's knowing that God is for you and with you in trouble. How would that change your life if you decided to define peace in that way? I think an individual from the past that exemplifies what it is to have true peace, knowing that God is with you and for you in the times of trouble, is a theologian by the name of Dietrich Bonhoeffer. Bonhoeffer lived in the early 1900s in Germany, and he was extremely opposed to the Nazi regime. Bonhoeffer became an outspoken critic, wanting to make sure that churches in Germany did not become influenced by the Nazis. Just 2 days before Hitler took office, Bonhoeffer had a radio address cut off because of its anti-Nazi stance. Now, Bonhoeffer was a pacifist, meaning that he was not all about war at all, but as Hitler's regime became more and more brutal and disgusting, Bonhoeffer wrestled with whether or not he should be part of a plot to kill Adolf Hitler. This is a role that he finally agreed to take, and he became a double agent, giving the appearance of working for the military, but doing all that he could to liberate the Jews. When his role in the July 1944 attempt that nearly killed Hitler was discovered, he was arrested, sentenced to death, and sent to an extermination camp in Flosburg. Just days before the Allied forces liberated that camp, Bonhoeffer's name was called. He immediately knew it was a call to death. Many of the prisoners could see Bonhoeffer as he was stripped of his clothes, given a moment to pray, and was placed in the gallows and hanged. As he was led to death, Bonhoeffer's last words were this: "Listen, this is the end for me, but the beginning of life." Can you imagine having such trust in Jesus that you could have an inward sense of wholeness and contentment even as you were led to the gallows to be hanged? How in the world can we have that level of peace? Bonhoeffer's words, "This is the end for me, but the beginning of life," demonstrates the level of peace that he had, even knowing that he was going to die. Man, I lose peace in my life when I can't find a parking spot at the mall. I lose peace in my life when things don't go my way. But yet and still, Bonhoeffer, going to death, was able to have peace, and I believe that you and I can have that type of peace as well. How? Because peace is practiced, and peace is something that can be developed. The wonderful theologian Dallas Willard believed that peace was developed by a golden triangle. He said that trials, the Holy Spirit, and disciplines could help us to practice peace. Trials, difficulties, challenges, all of us, as Jesus said, will certainly have trials in our lives. Those will certainly come. But then he said, if you want to have peace, you've got to have the Holy Spirit. How much do you pray for the Holy Spirit to give you exactly what you need to have peace in life? And then finally, if you want to have true peace, you have to have the discipline of working that out. What if you had a discipline in your life of every single morning writing down why you were grateful? What if every week you reminded yourself of what it meant for Christ to die on the cross and how you have brand new life? What if the daily disciplines you practice help give you peace regardless of your circumstances? I believe that peace can certainly be cultivated, that we can learn to practice peace, and in the midst of any trial or any trouble, that we can have peace, knowing that God is with us and for us in a time of trouble. If you'd like to know more about this peace, I certainly encourage you to pick up this devotional, but also read John chapter 14. Man, in that chapter, Jesus tells his disciples that he's leaving, but yet and still, although he is going away, he's going to send them a comforter that will give them peace. Peace can be practiced. Remember this morning that God is with you and he is for you in times of trouble. Thank you. Have a great day.